Hi everyone, this is Masoud Alipur Katebe, the author of the electrical distribution system of a skyscraper in the United States. As you see on the screen, there's a little bit of my background and for what I did so far in my career. I'm professional engineer, PE licensed in different states in United States as well as European Union. I have over 20 years of experience in design and construction of the electrical distribution system in buildings. So I had an opportunity to work on a challenging project while my resources and information to design the electrical distribution system were limited. Um, After I finished this project, my project, I was um, sharing my experience with younger engineers in the same company. I asked myself why I don't share it with more people. This is what it brought me to write this book. This book, has about 460 pages with more than 200 tables, graphics, and diagrams. I believe this book is a good guide for both students and colleagues that have experienced people. By reading this book, students um, have clear idea what is the engineer building. Um, the instruction to develop a project shown in this book are quick and easy way to understand, ranging from you know college to professional level of the engineers. So in this presentation, in this my book, we are going to go through the introduction of the high-rise building, apartment loads, and estimate load or on each tier, assumption and anticipation that we are going to have, and in the schematic design, and the distribution strategy in a high-rise building, and what kind of mechanical equipment we will have to serve apartments, and also in mechanical floors, we have MEP load calculation, um, where we have like SD and CD, which is a schematic design, where we have footprint of the building against this CD, which is construction document, where we have actual equipment. Um, Apartments, loads, and distribution panels. We are gonna say on each node how we size the distribution panels to serve the apartments, and the panel ratings, panel rating, substation transformer rating, and the demand factor and substation configuration in electrical room. And also I have appendix, which is calculation for generator and voltage drop, short circuit, and everything in this appendix. So so technically, these are like some of my projects in New York, Michigan, Abu Dhabi, and some other places in this world. So technically, when we have the present, when we have like a ST, we have like only a layout of the buildings. So technically, we start from there, which is the ST, and then we go to the construction document where we have the actual load. These are like, as I said, some of my projects and that I had during my career. So in NEC, there are three methods that we develop the calculation for each apartments. There are standard methods and single dwelling units, and also multiple units feeder. In my project, I selected the third option. So we are going to go through this calculation. So I built based on the square footage and all appliances in the kitchen and anywhere in the apartment. I build up the calculation and for each unit. Some of them on some floor we have 2 units, some 3, and then some other like we have 5 apartments. So once we did the calculation for apartments, we are going to have our distribution strategy on each section of the building, tiers in mechanical floor to serve the apartments. This is the strategy, distribution strategy. So on each mechanical floor, we are going to have the mechanical equipment to serve the apartments, as you see on each section. So we need to technically um, calculate, carefully, because we don't want to have like a changing later in the later phases. So once we have, this is a comparison between the two phases, initial phase, which is ST, schematic design, where we have only the square footage, and we build up the number of square footage of the apartment multiplied by the kW, or volt ampere. We generate the requirement for each tier. And then the later phase, we have the CD construction document, where we have the actual the equipment. So when these two phases, they are equal, that means like we did a good calculation initially in ST, and then later phase we don't need to have more space or changes for the electrical panels. So another thing is, like, when we calculate each apartment, each unit, so we are going to have sub nodes. Sub nodes is based on we size the electrical sub distribution panel to serve the apartments based on the NEC and the number of the apartments. So this is one of the example that I brought it up, and we use the NEC table 2020.84 to rate the electrical panel. Um, Another thing is just on mechanical floors, we need to size the transformer rating. We need to calculate the transformer rating based on the demand factor we have. Again, this is like when when we are in this schematic design, we anticipate and assumption we assume it to how much kW we have, and then we size the transformer. And when we go to the construction document, as I mentioned before, so when we have the mechanical equipment. So based on this calculation, we are gonna size and lay out the electrical room and substation on different, ST and CD, as I mentioned before, the difference between two. And in Appendix, I have the calculation from the Kohler generator software to double check the generator sizing. And also on my left hand side, I have voltage drop calculation, short circuit. um, these are like provided in the appendix. The reference I use for this book, as you see, there are many different NEC, different version of different edition of the NFPA, and also lead, of course, because we apply for the lead, and ASHRAE, and these are my reference in the book. Thank you so much. And I put 4 years of my life to write this book, and I hope you enjoy it. This is the link for to purchase for the ebook, and I will provide more video in small portion of each book, that what I discuss, and the code section that I use. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much.